Yeah, my last video there about Annagh, I omitted a couple of things on there that I just thought about right now. As you walk up towards Annagh there are two hills on either side. One of them is Cracking Crohu and the other was Cunning Confosta. When I was a teacher there, when I was going to school there, Seamus at one time took us out on a field trip. And at Cracking Crohu, he said there was a place there where they called it a Choch Fí Holla. Choch Fí Holla is a house under the ground. We never found it, but that is one way you can get down to Annagh. One other thing there that I missed was the white stroke. It was up on the way to Annagh. And at that time there, it was a barren land, but I do recall John Thomas MacLeod telling me the name of the place. But it was famous for gunner fishing. And I know several people that was there. The poke up from the Bray there, he used to go there fishing. Sean Kilbane's uncle or granduncle or maybe his grandfather was fishing there too, and he got drowned. He got swept over the rocks. So it was a place for gun fishing. It was or gunner fishing. It was known as the White Stroke. Something else there. No, I think I'm missing something along there anyway. In the back of Annagh there, I told you, you look at Slieve Moor and you go into Annagh and now you're looking at Town Croghan. And I made several trips down there myself in that. So there are two ways to get down to Annagh. There's up there Cracking Crohu and Cracking Confosta. They are visible there from the walk. They're not exactly hills, they're like mounds. You can go there and you can get all the way down there. It's very steep on the other side to get down to Annagh. But anyway, that's one that I missed there, the White Stroke, and that's where a who the hell was it there? The guy there that owned Achill there, Boycott. That's where he had his fishing nets there, and he had people there, and they fished salmon there. So Tom Forey's garden on the way back. I don't know. I went out there. If you go out there, you follow the shoreline on your right hand side, and then on the way back you come in the inland.
Point it out on the map.
And here and there you meet a couple I think there are 5 lakes on there as far as I know. And then I told you there that on the right hand side there you had the whatever it was, I forget any. But anyway, the Keirhogs. And there, at one time there, I told you I was coming there late in the afternoon, and you get a strange feeling in Annagh, because it's away from everything else. And you look up there on the hills there, and the crows are screeching there, and this and that, and then again I said to myself, geez, I got to get out of here, because I recall my mother's aunt Bridget telling me there at one time, she says, your Uncle Patrick or your grandfather Patrick was out there on the hills one time in the winter time and searching for sheep. And he had a dog with him, and all of a sudden the dog bristled up there and started barking there, and he didn't know what was wrong. And then all of a sudden, the dog was picked up and thrown 4 or 5 feet away. So, I don't know. They say that, the fairies, they can see the animals, but they cannot see the humans. So that picked up my step there. Then I continued on to Tom Forry's Lake and Tom Forry's Garden, as they knew it. I knew Tom Forry's Garden there because I was out there, and there was ridges there. There was a little couple of stones left of maybe a hut that he had built there. Now Tom Forry, I didn't know too much about, and nobody seems to know, but apparently he was engaged to this woman. I assume he was maybe from Keel or Dewach or Pollach, otherwise he wouldn't have got out Annagh. So anyway, he was rejected by this woman, and he was depressed, and he went out to Annagh, and he built himself a little hut there, and he lived there as a hermit. Where he came from, we're not too sure. From then on, I told you, but you continue on there, and you find up the path there, and you wind up on the top of Annagh, and all of a sudden you're looking at the Wach, and Annagh is behind you. Those are the things that I missed there when I was talking about the... So Craigie and Crow and Craigie and Cumfosta, you can look at them from the Wach here. They're 2 mounds, one on either side. And on the left-hand side of that is the path that goes up to Annagh. It's not a path. It's a rugged, stones, this and that and everything else. But it is a guideway up to Annagh there. So, as I said, Craigie and Cumfosta, I know. Seamus says, there's a place there, he says. We're going to find it, but we never did. But anyway. So you can go 2 ways from Annagh. You can go between Craigie and Cumfosta and Craigie and Focho and go down there. It's very steep on the way back down. The best way to go there is take the path up there. And when you come to the top there, you're looking down on the lake. And you're looking down on the right-hand side where the beach is. And you're looking on the left-hand side back towards Achill Head. And there's a path going back down there too. But right now, the last time I was down there, it was very overgrown with rushes and this and that. But it's a day trek, If you want to go there, go all the way back. Don't just go down to the lake there in Annagh there. There's nothing much there. A couple of campers go out there too, and they destroy the goddamn place. They leave all the garbage there too, so the beach there in Annagh is a little strand, mostly rocks and things like that. On the other end of that, at the other end of Lake Nakirch, that's where the Gillisk is. And I told you what we did there, and one day in the summertime, we went back there and picked Gillisk there. 3 women, myself, 2 donkeys, and that was it. It was like a day out. So at that time, there was no transportation, but hey, right now, you want to take a trip, pack your bag, put on your pair of Wellingtons, and get out to Annagh. And that's it. All right, Sinead.
Thomas, you're looking down like that.
All right.